Hello, I didn't realize the game wasn't set up. There we go, it's set up. That was... Huh. Alright. Hello, hello, hello. Today we are murdering your favorite Pathologic 3 character. No one is safe. No one whatsoever. Do you like that character? Well, they're going to be dead. Today we are murdering everybody. I am working on a video. Hello, Duck with Flowers. And for that video, I need to know every way someone can die or get wounded or suffer. So today we are going to murder everybody. I've been writing the video so far. I've been actually having like such a fun time writing it. I swear to God, it's gonna be such a good video. It's gonna be such a good video. But I don't want to spoil it. I don't want to spoil it. But so all I'm telling you guys is that we're killing people today. That's the point of today's stream. I'm at the point in the video where I need to discuss Heron and Eva. And I'm pretty sure they can't die, but weird things can happen to both of them. So we're gonna get started with Heron and Eva. I know I can make Heron walk the street, and I want to know what happens if he walks the street. I want to know if he says, like, I saw myself dying by the plague or something like that. Because maybe we don't see him die, but he walks the street, and then he's fated to die. You know? And then with Eva, I want to see what happens if we go down the white Eva route, and not the restoring Eva to the Stillwater version of Eva. Anyway, that may be a little complicated. On day 10, he walked the street. So, is it day 10 I can have him make Heron walk the street? Let's try it. Let's go to day 10. Is the stream title Eclipse reference? I don't know what Clips is, but it's possible I could be indirectly referencing that, because the stream title is a Fallout 3 reference. In Fallout 3, there were robot enemies called Mr. Gutsies, and when you would fight them, they would scream, kill them all and let God sort them out. Not sure what Clips is, though. They could have been referencing that with that line. Oh god. Can I... Oh dear. Debug mind visible. Oh, it started the day. I was looking at that earlier. Okay. Maybe I need to reset the conversation I have where Karminski tells me he walked this street, or maybe I need to go to a day previous. Fallout 3 was probably before 2025. Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. I don't know, I assumed Eclipse was some work of literature. What am I looking for? Karminski. Tomorrow Karminski will be killed. Karminski is this is about saving him. We do want Karminski to be killed. But we're gonna leave that for last, because I want to make sure I can witness the end of the game. I know I can do it without Karminski, but if we kill everybody willy-nilly, then Mark is going to give me the failure ending. Victor will be safe. That was about Nina / Aglaya. And what is the usual spelling of God referencing? Unusual? Maybe it didn't update, but I accidentally typed in got, and I fixed it. So if it looks like GOT to you, if you refresh the stream, it should be fixed. I mistyped it. I made the stream just now. Usually I schedule it the night before, but I didn't schedule the stream. Oh, is this it? Inquisitor wants to see me. Kaminsky was interested in... Oh, that was about the Aglaya flashback. When does he tell me Hugh walked the street? Perhaps I should turn on the debug map. Anybody know when we can make Heron walk the street? What am I looking at? My thoughts. So what am I missing for today? What's this? That's about Eva. What's this? The kid Notkin wants to offer me work? I think we'll see that later. This could be... No, this is about Karminsky, isn't it? Yeah. I don't know. That's the escape. Maybe it's a day previous? Or a day after? Hello, Scolopendra. Hello. What a wonderful view. This is, lovely, isn't it? Trying to figure out when I can make Heron walk the street, because I haven't done that yet. And I want to figure out what his fate is. And then we're gonna murder some people, then we're gonna do White Eva, because I haven't seen that. And then we're gonna murder some more people, and then I think I want to kill the Haruspects to see the kid's death. And then we're gonna murder some people, and then I need to release get Khan uncaged, that he and Notkin will kill each other, because I haven't seen that. And then we're gonna kill more people. That's the plan for today. Maybe this will help. Arrives in town, held a trial, walked down the cursed street on day 10. Maybe it's a day 9 thing. Maybe if you don't... Maybe it is a day 9 thing. Because I know he asks you about it at some point. So maybe he walks down it the next day and the conversation is the day previous? Ooh. We're gonna be probing people in the hospital today. That's what doctors do. Who said that? Guys, I'm so funny. I'm gonna say that every time I read a quote from now on. Who said that? That fucking freak. That disgusting, disgusting person. Who would say that? So, what quests are happening today? Because I'm sure I need to reset something Karminsky related. Okay, I like that this is pretty bare. There's a sword here. It's about the tower and the kids. This doesn't seem to ever go away. This is Katarina. That is plague stuff. I lied to him. That's about the general. Maybe I haven't... Oh, here we go. But this is the archives. That's a whole different quest. That can't be it, is it? I took measures. What's this? Powerless to help Yulia. Why can't I reset those? They're correct. I have the vaccine. It says I have scenes not yet seen today. Maybe one of those is the Karminski event. Maybe I should go to the cathedral. There are points of interest left unexplored. Wait, is today the day of that patient I never figured out? Oh no, this has like always been bugged for me. This guy has, whoops, this guy has measles. And I always put it in and get my results. I want to clear this up. So that's in, so then I just need to wait till later. I'll also take that. What did that mark? The cape? Surely that's about Nina though. And I've seen it. Hey, Heron. I mean,
My head
Yakov.
spins after I visit.
Yeah, that's just bugged for me, isn't it? Okay, no, it says I was fine. Case reopened. This quest isn't about diagnosis, more about the decision to let his family go or not. Oh, well, I did not let his family go. So who's bothering me? And most annoying hoe in town, I think. It says there's still more. Should I just go to Karminski and hope that he has a conversation with me? It's pretty late in the day, so if he was going to summon me at some point, he would have summoned me by now. Oh, I forgot I had the no fog mod in. I had to take some footage of something with it in. And it seems I forgot to patch it out. Herod is here today with him. That's a good sign, probably. That today, I think today is the day. It's just that there's something I have to reset, and I don't want to reset something that's unrelated and then have to do it all again. So I'm really hesitating here. Well, Karminski seems to invite me. But this is about the archives. Okay, let's take a look at the debug. I need to figure out when, however I can send Heron to walk that cursed street. This is Cathedral. My meetings with the Inquisitor are becoming more regular. This time I have a choice. Yeah, how do I get this quest? It says he summons me to the cathedral, and it seems like we have a talk about the street. Preparing unholy experiments. This is the quest that happens today, so I'm in the right spot. Oh, show. Kaminsky found the evening pleasant for a walk. Heron walked down the street. His worst nightmares became reality. How do I make it happen? Am I too late now? I think I'll consult a guide for day 9. Come on, I just want Heron to suffer. Is that so much to ask for? Ah, there's so few resources. Here we go. I'll just look at a general guide and then take me to day 9. Okay, saving Katarina, treating patients, delivering Maria's ring, finding the missing cow. Is that Heron? I mean, no. This doesn't even address Heron. None of the quests here that it has for their day 9 segment is even Heron related. Oh yeah, that does happen on day 9. Huh. I thought Basio thing happened earlier. I guess I will simply figure out what to reset. Because it does happen today. It's not like I have a letter. Or is there going to be someone running up to me? Is the street open? Does it have to be open? Can he not walk it anyway? He's an inquisitor. Surely he could be like, I can walk a street. Your barricade does not hold over me. No, I never closed down the street. It's a free street. I guess I'll just reset everything Inquisitor related. And let's hope for the best. There wasn't like a letter here I missed, right? No. Oh dear, I should have turned that off. So I have this. Oh, I can give the Inquisitor Isidor's box? What happens then? Probably nothing, right? You just don't get to understand Simon's study? So I can't reset our initial meeting? But I can reset this part. Where I refuse giving him Isidor's box? I thought this was about other things. You need to open street, not telling Inquisitor about consequences? Well, the street is open. Man, my timeline's already all messed up. So I assume the day I would have closed the street would be the day previous? Or is it the day previous to that? That would be day 7. Because the Inquisitor comes in and he breaks Victor's mind and that sends you along the whole quest line. So, this... Wait, did I never investigate the street at all? Maybe that's what I need. I don't... The whole quest line should be like all up here. Maybe I don't even know about this street. We gotta go do the entire street storyline here. I can give him the archives.
Anterior costal margin, discal cells, and of course, the wing root.
Was there really a point in even giving him that even matter? I think we have to do the whole quest line, which apparently I haven't done. But that's okay. I'd like to see Yulia in relation to that quest line again. Well, can we murder anybody today? Pretty late. Georgi can die kind of late on, but I don't think it's this day. To day 7. We can kill some people on day 7. Let's kill Haruspex. Wait, where's the trial? This is the trial. Artemy Barat is acquitted on all accounts. I can't help the town leaders. Yeah, the old Gimskis. They're unrelated. But I can see Peter and Andre hanged, but do I want them to be hanged? Because they can die also. No, I think I want to see if I can get them both to die at the Inquisitor. Is that possible? Can only one of them die at the Inquisitor? And not both of them? I think for now we'll leave that like that. And I will try to murder Artemy. So can I just refuse responsibility and you'll be forced to die?
This calls for a surgeon's precision. Step aside.
Some of this man's actions are really suspicious. Peter can't. Okay. Still, I want to see Andre die by the hand at the Inquisitor at the cathedral here, and then we'll probably go back and have them two hanged. If you want to get them both, it's day 7. Got it. That really is dangerous. Guilty. You're doing your part splendidly, Inquisitor. Let's move on to the second charge, organ harvesting. I never imagined he would cut out a living woman's heart. So in a way you are a victim of the maniac too. You wanted a scientific breakthrough and he dragged you into his bloodbath. What is your verdict on this offense? Guilty. Excellent. The court has one final charge to consider. According to the evidence collected by the Inquisition, the accused ingratiated himself with children and led them away to an unknown location. But why? To be honest, the whole situation with children sounds suspicious to me too. Alarming even. You are wise, Inquisitor. I declare the accused guilty of the third charge. So what now? Any of the charges brought forth as grounds for execution. Therefore, it will take place. The whole town will breathe a sigh of relief today. No one will have to fear being gutted by a maniac in a dark alley anymore. So be it. Bravo. Yeah, he did all those things. He's a ripper. He killed his father. Didn't you hear? He came back to his hometown. The first thing he did was murder his father. Then he stole a bunch of children, harvested their organs, and hunted down innocent women in the streets and harvested their organs as well. He's a maniac. He deserves it. Most suspicious man in town. Exactly.
The only real crime is Dolman.
So is he already dead? Or did the hangings take place later? No, he's not dead yet. I think they'll ring the bell. Wait. What about Yulia and her street? Where was Maria? Maria was supposed to be here. That's how it starts. Amarov could help me escape. Is somebody... Oh, he's not dead yet, but he is going to die. What? Everything's a mess. Let me understand the street. How do I do that? Should I just go to Eva? I mean, Yulia? If Maria is to be believed on Lurachiva's denunciation, Karminsky deprived Victor of reason. Maria's supposed to be here, and it starts the whole quest line. You can try to talk to him about Brown Twire. He's really helpful for some reason. Really? He's still at the bar and he doesn't care that he's gonna be hung later? Let's go see Maria, and then we're going to go to the bar, and then we'll go see Yulia. She's never here half the time. What was I expecting? I gotta turn off that. Well, I don't know, technically. Huh. Perhaps this was a bad save to do this on. Is it so much to want to see Heron walk the Nightmare Street? The Haruspects hanged? The children in the town dead? Like, is it so much to want all of this? What day am I on? Pretty late. Not pretty late. Kind of here. It's this day. This day. It's this day. The trial is done. Haruspects is also gonna die here, which is fine by me. I believe the Stomatans are also gonna die here, which is okay. And... why do I have no objectives? Maybe I ignored Maria later. I mean earlier. Hanged or hung? I guess either is fine, I suppose. Two things can be nice. She's supposed to be here. Excuse you. Wait, how the... do I have to go back even further to when I first find out that, that Yulia was fired? This is so complicated for some reason. Well, this is a different save. I guess we can go to day 9 and see if Inquisitor summons me. But first, let's watch the Haruspects be hung and get hung. As well as the Stomatans. Oh, you're here today. Were you always here? No wonder I was so confused.
Oh, Mother. Why can't you be here with us?
My headset's quite loud. Okay, if you're here, then I want to go back to my other playthrough. Because that's how we start everything. Why is she there, though? I could have sworn that she was waiting outside the cathedral the first time I exited. There you are.
And worst of all, a coward.
Alright. There we go. Let's start with Yulia. Just gonna burn through this quest.
$19.25, 34. Enough.
Oh, I guess technically I don't know about the street yet, so we'll come back. And then she'll address it. Howdy, hello windshield. I'm currently having to replay a large segment of a quest just to sentence someone to a horrible fate. Victor, yeah. Victor's not gonna talk, but
100 years.
I'm most interested in Yulia's reactions to this quest. But I think I remember them well enough from the first time I saw it. I need to go see Georgi as well.
All that is meaningful and interesting is larger than any of us, meaning no man belongs to themselves.
Dare we walk the street? I think I might have closed down the street with that
A
dialogue.
touch is an attentive look, or a keen word. One can touch with their hands
I mentioned
too,
that
but
it
that is
deserves
a
to be
hard
closed
skill to
down.
learn.
Is recording off? No. Oh, I think we closed it. There we go. The street, Lyrachiva, is dangerous. It will be barricaded. That doesn't really stop people from walking it. Yulia still walks it. Anyway, we have my decisions have echoed in the future. Hopefully Karvinsky will address the street now. Back on day 9. I could have used the clock in there, but we're over here now. Also, I know there's something about the spleen, but I don't know what goes on in the spleen. I feel like you guys mentioned that before. Where is the spleen? Where the hell's the spleen? Isn't this the spleen? But it's the maw. Someone said something about the spleen, and I think I read something about some kind of horrors in the spleen. Or I was looking through the dialogue tree, and the dialogue went, why are you here? I guess you haven't been taken yet. I'm all over the place. I don't know how Daniel managed to survive this mentally. I assume Heron has something to do with the spleen. Okay. Now... Where the hell is the missing district? Exactly. Do I get a letter from him? Does he summon me? I know not. I'm just gonna go to him. You don't care. How the hell do I get this quest? Are in any way related to that? What's the name? Mustache Secretary Man goes crazy because the spleen doesn't exist, but he has records of it? Is that what happens to him? He just loses his mind over something that never existed technically? You see him with Karbinski if you go to the atrium on day 9, but I thought that was only if you tell him to walk it, because he drags you over here for a conversation. I remember having this conversation with him in the cathedral where he asks you what are the right settings and what's the right kind of person who should walk down the street. And you can tell him if you walk down the street, or you can tell him to walk down the street, or you can make him send Heron down the street. But I can't seem to get the quest, even though it happens on this day. Is there anything? Because this is it. My meetings with the Inquisitor are becoming more regular. This time I have a choice, and then this leads to the street. But I don't... Okay. So I know about the street. That was day 7. We're now on day 9. So there could be a day 8 thing? Where we do something street related? Or the Inquisitor talks to me about something? And I need to have that conversation with him? I guess Yulia walks the street. I guess I can share with him the knowledge of Yulia walking the street? Yulia walked down the street. Yulia walked the street. Yeah. What about anything Inquisitor related? What's with the scales? Not Inquisitor related. I don't remember seeing any prompt. I found them from broken glass. I spoke to them in the cathedral about it. Wait, you said atrium or spleen? Let me go this way, because I already saw they weren't at that end of the district. You guys are just some losers, and that is part of a decree. Maybe now, if I reset any meetings I had with the Inquisitor, then we can address the street? Maybe I need to do something on day 8. Right there where the barricade was? Well, they're not there. Let's see. Oh god. The only things I have for today is the one about the archives again. How much stuff do they do on day 9? You're telling me they both walk down the street day 9, or he forced Heron to walk down the street on day 9. And also, Heron lied to him about the archives on day 9 as well, so they should be in the cathedral for that. That's like Katarina related. That's the soldier quest line. Plague related. Katarina related. Capella. Soldier. What's this one? Soldier again. Why are the quest lines so sprawled around today? You can't tell him about people walking down the street, yourself or others. He gets curious and starts experimenting himself. That's what I'm thinking. But I remember he questions you in the cathedral. That's my memories there. I just don't know how to get to that point about it. Maybe it's the previous day? Maybe he asked me about the street on day 8, and then by day 9 he walks it, and then by day 10 we see the consequences of whoever walked it. Okay, I need to turn off debug so I can read what I did correctly. What's with the this? Okay. Did I have any inquisitorial meetings today? That's Simon, Rat Prophet, Polyhedron, Assassination, Polyhedron, Vlad, Sand Plague. Oh no, this is when Heron first leaves me. I thought of it. It's the less you do scene. Like if you ignore the whole plot line and suddenly stumble into these two. We can give it a shot. How far do I have on this day unlocked? On the save, I mean. Okay. Day 9. I haven't really done anything. The bull is gone. What's going on there? Let's just try to head for the street. Let's see if we see them there. It's day 9. Maybe we run into them at the street on day 10, though. No, I said the quests were here on day 9. I got a messenger. The Inquisitor awaits me. Let's go. Oh. What? It's like his face is made of marble. A living monument to himself. Why did that he was moving a second ago. Okay, it's all good. You called me in? Isidor's archives. Well, you guys are clearly here today, right now. That's archive related. What's the hotkey to just open the thoughts? Is it T? I should try pressing T. Sadly gotta go early. Good luck figuring shit out. Yeah, we're gonna be stuck here for a while. But bye, Scolopendra. Thanks for stopping by today. I don't have information on Heron, really. Left the command to serve the Inquisitor? Maybe I should... let's go back to day 8. This is a mess. Is it T? No. It's J. I should have known that. It always tells you J. This is today. Inquisitor? Oh, the caretaker. I never did the quest where I find out that Heron works for the Inquisitor, apparently. But that can't be. Because then I would have a quest to go find him right now. Or a letter or something. Unfortunately, every single one of my saves are past day 10, or at least have it loaded. I'm just gonna keep doing this over and over again until something clicks in my brain. So for sure, day 9. He does all this street stuff. Day 9 is when we talk about the street. But why don't I have this? And then, do we have any street-related things on day 10? What does it say for Karminski? On day 10, he walked down the street. And I can't... Is it because he walked down the street? I don't think I can outdo anybody walking down the street, can I? Maybe I do need a fresh save. That's a pretty permanent act you take by walking the street. I wish I could help, but I'm purposefully avoiding playing with the debug mind map. I have no idea how it works. It's not as useful as I would like it to be. I mean, it kind of just tells you that a quest exists and it shows you the entire chain, but not the rest of information that one would like. Where is the quest here? This is day 10. Wasn't it day 10? No, it was day 9 when it all happened. Yeah, so this. I think it's because he walked the street on his own. And then I think this one here, Karminski found the evening pleasant for a walk, was what you were talking about, Windshield, when you ran into him. So there is that scene, and there's a separate cathedral scene where he talks to you about it. Let me take a look at my other saves to see if he's already walked the street in those saves. Because I think that's the problem. I think I can't have him unwalk the street. And so I can't see... Okay, on this one, I don't know what happens to him by day later. And what day am I on right now? We're here, but I also have progress to here. Because I know Eva's dead. Let me turn this off. And let's go to day 9. And let's try to prevent him from walking the street, I guess. Or at least to get him to make Heron walk the street. Here's a letter from Maria. That's about Capella. I'll take that. I did not take that. That's about Katerina. That's about the soldier. Seems like the only thing I did today was the patience. Probably just to progress. You don't care. Not yet, anyway. Is there something I could do today that could result in such a quest happening? Or anything Inquisitor related? He's supposed to summon me for the archives. They're not going to be here. I think I'm gonna fucking review my own videos, because I know I had to have edited that point where I did go to the cathedral and discuss it with Karminski. Oh, hi, Sand. And the break free from the books. Are you reading something? What were you reading? I fear I may not be a fun stream to watch. Because we've been live for, oh my god, an hour now already? Trying to figure out how to make Heron walk the street, and I've made no progress whatsoever. So it's day 9, so which of my videos was day 9? This must have been day 7. Sabarov's emergency, that would be day 9. So then, child's accident, that would be day 9 continued. Now, let me scrub through until I see Inquisitor. A whole lot of other people. No Inquisitor in episode 15. Russian cultural history. Interesting. Where do we find an Inquisitor? Stopped and chatted to Eve. Oh, here we go. But is this about the archives? And how did I end up here? The same way. I had the guy drag me over for the archives. Then we spoke about the archives and the archives only. Maybe there's a different scene I'm thinking about? Wait, no, I stopped. Okay. What? Okay, so in my episode 14, I did talk to Karminski about the street in the cathedral immediately after the conversation about the archives. And his line is, "I've been expecting you, Denkovsky. I wanted to say thank you for closing off that street and the atrium." But I did close off that street and he never had this conversation with me. What else does he say here? You did the right thing. I've been studying. I've never seen something like this before. I need your advice. What traits make persons disposed to efficient strolls down the atrium street? How do I get this conversation? Wait. Perhaps I do truly need to understand the street. Okay, let's do the Yulia questline that I didn't do. I think in order to make Heron walk the street, Yulia has to walk the street. Seven on today. But I did everything today. Oh, I just gotta go find Yulia, right? Oh yes, go to the left. Just right before you came in. Dolstov, Lev. One of the bad guys. Uh-oh. The bad guys. Oh, Yulia.
When I
Oh,
secluded
hi,
myself.
Yulia.
When I secluded myself in silence, the world around me got louder.
Okay, let's walk this street. We've had an hour straight of me being a buffoon before we made any progress.
It's so lonely here.
My decisions echo in the future. Okay. Now we can move on to day 8, hopefully, and then Karminski will want to ask me about the street. That's a nice detail. When you travel through this district after it's been closed off... Oh no, it doesn't. You still go that way. That's really weird. So I take the main road there, but for a second it like went around the side path. What? Okay, what if I stop in that district? And then I leave? For some reason it takes the side path instead of the road?
You're too high strung.
Do I have the mind map still on? No, that's fine. Okay, the street's been shut down. Yulia's walked it. I know everything there is to know about this street. Now I need to hope that the Inquisitor will ask me about it. Or maybe I can go find him there. You don't care. I mean, last time... Maybe now I should reset the Archives quest. Because in my original playthrough, he spoke to me about it immediately after the Archives. Nobody here. Let me reset the Archives quest. Oh wait, maybe I should check on Yulia. Seems like I can do that. Testing? Is she here? Did I walk past? I did.
If you tarry, you will die unshriven.
What if it's a timed thing too? Well, first let's reset this quest again. Oh my god. Only some clocks work. I'll reset the quest by the archives. We'll see if he brings up the thing about the street. Otherwise, what I will do is wait until the later half of the day, and then we will check again at the cathedral on the street. Let's just do this now. Because it could be a timed thing. A thing that happens only at a certain time.
Forgot that there's so much of the world.
Okay, it seems to be a time thing.
The
Here we
sphere,
go.
hanging from a long wire set into the ceiling of the choir, swayed back and forth with isochronal majesty.
It only took us an hour. I've been expecting you. I wanted to say thank you for closing off that street in the atrium for the residents. It was necessary. I've been digging deeper into the matter. I'd like your opinion. I need your medical advice. Could you list, let's say, traits that make persons disposed to efficient strolls down that street in the atrium? Are you planning a certain experiment with human test subjects? The street is dangerous. What are you trying to achieve? Okay, will you assist me, Denkovsky? Will you select subjects fit for my experiments? I looked for someone already affected by the street, but alas, some were killed by the plague, others took their own lives, others lost their mind, they are useless for interrogation. I need someone who can testify. I can refuse help, in which... does that mean Karminski walks the street? Time traveling murder machine. You know, I've never seen the Terminator. I couldn't tell you a thing about it. Now, what's gonna happen here? Look for someone not too impersonable. With no heart defects, you wouldn't want them to have a stroke. Look for someone with those who have nothing to lose. Or I can say no. Let's go with this one. My decision echoes in the future. Okay, he's gonna be running his experiments. Now, maybe I'll go find them over here. And Heron will have walked it finally. Probably at the other end. Hello! Whoops, I walked out. Okay. Karminski found the evening pleasant for a walk. Heron's taken ill. I wonder what
A
happened to
decent
Heron.
genius knows when to die. 1, 11, 100. No, it doesn't work.
Pull yourself together, Heron. Nothing has been proven yet. I don't believe it. I refuse to believe it. This isn't a street. It's both a butcher and a predator. How grand. In the past, you'd have sooner died on the spot than allow yourself such theatrics in the presence of a superior. Sir Lurachiva Street does have an effect on people. If nothing else, it makes them dramatic. What? You made Heron walk the street that turns nightmares into reality? Nothing of the sort. He volunteered. Such zeal. I never thought it would be so horrific. My entire life is in ruins. Mr. Karminski, this isn't real, is it? Tell me it's a dream. To determine whether it's a dream or not is the purpose of our current experiments. All that remains is to examine the reality you find subjectively worst. Denkovsky, will you help us? You arrived a week before I did, after all. Tell me, was there a district in this city called the Spleen? There was, but I can't recall a single event there. Not quarantine. Nothing. Oh, this is so fun. You're an outsider. You're a guest. You don't know. You could have mixed it up, misheard. Someone could have lied to you, for all we know. And besides, you're always mixing things up and forgetting. And for me, this is a disaster. None of this makes sense. The street has shown your former secretary that apparently he spent years believing in a district that never existed. Not him just suffering from a Mandela effect. This is his worst nightmare? Dang, I could have sworn I remembered this thing being right there. And now my life is ruined because it's not there. Who cares what I believed? It's worse that I filed paperwork with that district on it. Invoices, contracts, schedules, tables, for years. I started back when I was with, Boost Vlad. How am I supposed to live now? You're serious? Your worst nightmare is messing up paperwork. Over something trivial, just a place name. You wouldn't understand. I've got a reputation. A service record. It has a huge, disgusting blot of ink on it. I don't know what's worse, being taken for a thief who shipped goods to an imaginary place, or for a scatterbrain like you. It's all worse. Sandpest, gaslight, girl boss, for real. Like, you're gonna be fine. You're being melodramatic. How's anyone supposed to trust me with their affairs now? How am I supposed to look at myself in a mirror? And that is the problem, Denkovsky. Regrettably, Heron is more concerned with his business reputation. But what really matters is, what did the street do? Did it reveal the truth? Tamper with his memories? Tamper with his documents? Planting a mistake? Or did it wipe out a whole district? Simply to punish him? I imagine we can verify it, or at least try to. By the station, there's the Maw and the Spleen. The Spleen is closer to the river, a tiny little district, completely ordinary, almost invisible to trade. A tailor's shop, and that's all. And I requisitioned leather for that shop for the Bull Enterprise. So much leather. What a shame. Heron, enough wailing. We proceed to the next phase. Review your records. For the past 5 years, locate older maps, interview citizens, particularly the supposed residents of this imagined spleen, those you struck deals with. We have a great deal of work ahead. This is genuinely curious. There's something to study here. I remember a time when people were open and expansive. Who narrowed you? The impossible stands before their very eyes, and instead of rushing to meet it, to comprehend it, to partake of it, they turn away. I'm pleased to share you my zeal, Denkovsky. You are a proper scientist. The influence of an impossible object must be studied. Well then, good luck with your inquiries. So what's next? Is that it for Heron? We'll have to see him at the end. But I could have sworn there was another bubble connected to this. Heron walked down the cursed street. His worst nightmare became reality. Poor fool. Lucky he has no imagination. I had no chance to intervene. The street is open to all corners. Oh, I guess you only get this thought segments if the street was not boarded off. It seems like this is related to that. Unless I'll get them, unless those dots will pop up once I leave the district. They don't seem to be coming. Now, I'm very curious to see if this gets followed up on. So, let's go to day 10. And what does he say in the ending with the Glaya now? So if there are any scenes or events that build off of that scene I just saw, it should be new to me, so I don't think I have to reset anything. Premonition? Is that any new? It's about saving Karminski, but that happens tomorrow. We can save him today. Now, Haruspex is dead. But his kids aren't dead yet. It's not like we can easily find Sticky and Murky. Sticky does show up at the hospital at some point. Will he still be there without Haruspex alive? You're just here. It seems, I mean, it could also be a timed thing as well again. Karminski isn't here because he might be on his date with Maria, although I did erase Maria's dreams, so maybe not. So then I don't know where Karminski would be.
Never alone. Things everywhere.
Does Karminski return to the cathedral later today? Then we can have a talk about something. I can't believe they removed an entire district just for the just to hammer in the effects of the street. Or maybe it was the other way around. They got rid of a district and then decided, oh, we could use this. Okay, let's go on to... I don't remember if Heron... I think Heron is gone from Karminski's side by day 11, right? I think he runs off to Aglaya off screen and then we see him on day 12. We'll give it a shot. The assassination attempt is supposed to occur today, but it shouldn't. But I'm pretty sure Heron is not there on that day. Is he even here? Yeah, you're dead. Didn't I try to... I thought I saved him. I thought I did all of this. I need to write something down for my video. Now that I saw that with Heron. Where's the section I'm working on? Can I use this clock? No. Okay, let's see if Heron has any different dialogue with Aglaya on day 12. Oh, it's funny that he says not quarantine. Am I losing amalgam? I thought I had infinite amalgam on. Yeah, it's a fun meta reference. I enjoy it. Although, technically, quarantine could have happened to Daniil. I need to turn this off. I keep having to do that. Oh, I lost my mouse. It disappeared. Where's my mouse? There we go. We're going to go see Heron. And then I'm going to quickly review all of Heron's dialogue. I want to say I remember people mentioning the Drilo-Pachka marriage back when quarantine was a thing? I'm assuming you're talking in reference to, like, some of the quests they found in, like, the code or whatever. I never looked into any of that, so I don't know. Where is she? What do you do with her? I can't get that ill-fated quarter, the spleen, out of my head. Did I invent it? Did the street invent it? Did the street erase it just to slander me, to stain my reputation? Drilo-Pachka is the debug name for the spleen mod district. Oh. Huh. This town is made of unsolvable riddles. Do you know how you differ from Garminsky? Apart from your blatant lack of discipline, you tried to solve riddles. You dismissed them. Want to dismiss one more? Gladly. Tell me what you're doing here. None of your business. I haven't owed you an account for a long time. Okay, so then I assume this is regular dialogue. All this time I've been loyal to my master. But where's Aglaya? I guess she's at the cathedral, right? Because I have her ticket or whatever. But then why isn't Yulia here? Yeah, Aglaya's at the cathedral. I don't know where Yulia is. There are fates yet unknown at the shelter? Who's at the shelter? Oh, right. I never figured out what happened to Haruspek's kids. So supposedly without the Haruspeks around, I'm pretty sure Murky and Sticky are supposed to be dead. But I don't know when I find that out. But I assume we can see their shadows, reflections. So maybe that's who's here. But who's here normally? They're upstairs? Who is here? No one's here. Should be simple enough to boot up quarantine and double check. And maybe it's worth checking if it's also this referred to the same here in P3. That lied to me. No one was there. Haruspex is dead. Does that also mean that Aglaia never fully investigated everything? No one was there. Also, the kids are supposed to be at Shiken with Haruspex. Huh, just them. Is this about Murky? Oh yeah, she has a new friend now. At first it was scary, but then she understood that her friend meant her no harm. The friend had cold hands and no face, but she isn't cruel. Murky died? When? It was painful to breathe, and very hot, and very cold. She was so thirsty. Bear used to take care of her, but Bear is gone now. And then the friend with the cold hands and no face came, and took her away. She died without Barach? What about Sticky? Where's Sticky?
Can you smell yesterday? I can.
Still seems that Aspity still doesn't speak. So where's Sticky? So I know Murky dies, but... Oh, on day 12 the plague took her. There was no one to protect her. Okay, I assume the same for Sticky then? But where do we find Sticky? Aspity talks directly to your brain. And what could possibly be different at the lump? I mean, it's just gonna show me the same dialogue again, right? But not everywhere is marked right now. Where do I find Sticky's shadow? Not one here, is there? There shouldn't be one here. He must be here at the shelter. I don't know why I can't find him though. Unless he's not inside it? Who is supposed to be here? Is there anywhere else I could go that Sticky could be? He wouldn't be at the cemetery, but we could give it a try. And there's the cathedral. On day 12, helped army prisoner leave prison. So he's still alive then? He should be at town hall. So is it only Murky who dies if Haruspex is dead? You know, I was thinking recently about how when the game first released, Ice Pick Lodge was like releasing weekly or every 2 weeks a hotfix or an update. And I feel like we've gone a very long time now without a hotfix or whatever. I'm sure they haven't moved on that fast, but I don't know, it's just a little surprising. You are here.
My knee pits itch. Is that bad?
Okay. I mean, Sticky was an urchin. He was surviving on his own before Haruspex came by. So Sticky doesn't die, but Murky dies. You know what would be fun for the debug to add? I would like to see if debug could add every possible thing that could be added to somebody's list here. I mean, maybe that's in the game. I wouldn't know. We could do debug mind visible, debug log, weapons, input action log. I don't know if any of that even, if that's a thing. Debug visible is like that. Gives you interactions with people. Debug a memory log visible? Not sure what that one's supposed to do. Maybe his dialogue is different if Grief isn't in prison? We can try that. I do want to kill Grief. We finished the Heron thing. So let's move on to figuring out what goes on with Sticky, because I thought he would die. So Grief is in prison because I ratted him out. I think... What day did I rat him out? Was that also day 7? Because I think if I just rat him out, then he will die, and I didn't see that way of dying. Log options just populate the log in the debug dropdown. Oh, logs. Okay. I gotta figure out this day. Because it's the day the army arrives, right? Because that's the day Grief does all this shit to sabotage them. So day 7... Army related. This? No. Wait, let me check my people. Where is Grief? We're killing Grief now. I know he can die early on and get, like, crucified. Wait. Oh, no, I'm thinking of the Inquisitor. On day 9 here, he steals the army rations. On day 12, will likely escape from prison. Okay, so day 9... I should be able to... Here we go. What we're gonna do is rat out Grief, and then I think he'll die from the army somehow. So then that would be 2 different ways... No, there's 2 different ways Grief can die. One is that crucifixion that you see at the beginning of the game, basically. And there is a point later on where you see some thugs banging on his door. Oh, wait, where's the quest? Is it impossible to change? But that leads to the crucifixion, so that's the same thing. So this is the only other time Grief can die. Wait, this is day 10. Okay, here we go. All I need to do is reset this. And all I'm gonna do is give up Grief's name. This might also kill Capella. I don't know. We may be sacrificing Capella's life here as well. If things go wrong and they don't murder Grief, then it's all bad. But I guess it's okay.
Worst of all, a coward. Always was a coward. Oh, how I hate it.
It's Grief, the warehouse manager who is planning to steal food. He's likely to act tonight. I'll take measures. Anything else you'd like to add? Nope. In this case, good day to you. Thank you for taking a keen interest in my men's well-being. I hope this discussion helps. So in 2 days, the army will open fire. Oh, that updated immediately. On day 9, tried to steal army rations but was killed. Let's go see if we can find him. Okay, so Capella should still be alive. But I think if we want Capella and Grief to both be dead, they were both T-posing. If we want them both to be dead, then we need Grief to die early on. Wait, no, then Capella would survive. I guess you can either save both of them or kill one of them. It's one or the other. I don't think there's any way this feeding the soldiers questline can result in Capella and Grief dying. Day 10. Wait, day 10? Wait, what day? Day 11, right? Oh, day 9. Wait. That happens today then. I'm so lost. Let's skip some time. So where would Grief be normally on day 9? Does he move back into his warehouse? Maybe I can... I mean, I ratted him out. Maybe they stormed his warehouse. But I also remember there being a scene with army folks at this warehouse. Does he just die off screen? He's not here. I don't know if it's possible to find Grief.
I don't want to hear this.
How does one find out about a dead bad Grief? Maybe he'll be at Isidore's? I mean, it doesn't make sense for him to be dead at Isidore's if the army killed him, and because no one knows he was hiding at Isidore's. But I don't know where else I would find him. Maybe I could return to Town Hall? Or maybe we'll just have to... That's locked, so he's definitely not in there. Why is that locked? We'll give Town Hall a shot.
It was quiet in Thanatica.
I don't think you guys are gonna address anything more. Of course you're not. Okay, let's skip to day 12 again. I guess I can speak to Grief's Shadow and then we'll see where Sticky is now. Because he should have no prisoners to break out. Does a Haruspex not have a shadow? I guess not. He should have been at Shiken, but instead we got Murky's shadow. I can take another look at Shiken. Could be that I missed it somewhere. Also, my amalgam is going down because of my apathy, not because of my time travel. And if I die, that could be really bad. Well, now what is Sticky doing on day 12? I don't even know what he's doing on day 12. We have to go find him. Oh, I need to check. I guess after we finish looking around here, I need to check the. I think it's called Pathologic GitHub, the website where you can view all dialogue. To see if there's any interactions I'm missing that we should be looking for, such as Haruspex's shadow. It'll tell me if that exists somewhere. I don't know. It tells me something's going on here. I just don't know what it is. And yet no one is here. Let's try Town Hall. I feel like he's just gonna be missing. We gotta give Shiken a try. Maybe Haruspex's shadow is just elsewhere. Maybe he's buried and at the cemetery. Well, he's not here. Let's give Shiken in the cemetery a try. We have one shadow, and that's Murky. We have two shadows. And now Sticky's dead? How does grief affect whether or not Sticky is alive? A hard door, that last one. Sticky's still working at it. Pity you can't smuggle lockpicks over to the far side. With lockpicks, Sticky would slip out and return to the living. Pity indeed. I came to town precisely in search of an immortal. Imagine the irony, it wasn't Simon, but Sticky, who proved to be the stage, who slipped away from... Wow. How and why? It's just telling me he's dead. Died of sandpest without Parah. I think there was a contradiction there. Sticky should have been dead with Murky. But for some reason, him breaking out grief from prison overwrote that. But what about Haruspex's shadow? I guess we can try the cemetery. I don't know where else he would be. Or Isidor's house? Because Oyen has a shadow at Isidor's house. Okay, so Sticky and Murky die of plague. Notkin and Grace don't seem to be dependent on Haruspex though, and Taya. Taya does not need Haruspex to survive. That would be Andre. Someone's over here. Oh, grief. I was wondering about that as well. I forgot. What is it you want? The living are waiting on you, and you're rummaging about by the graves like some pretty petty sneak. Are you Grief's shadow? Why are you here? Where else am I to go? After death you cling harder to those dearest to you. In some other life, Grief would have said to Lara all he meant to say, but not this one. Not this one. In this one he only sits by her grave, even in death. Lara isn't here, but she could have been. Maybe realizing that she survived will ease Grief's fate? Or can he no longer capable of understanding him at all? That wasn't just me reading that bad, that was weirdly. So it's simply that he's killed by the army. I don't know how exactly, I'd love to know how. Probably just shot. He was acting as a bandit. He was likely just shot. What about like by Isidor's grave? No. We got Claire, we got Rat Prophet, we got Grace, we have Andre and Peter. Where would one find Haruspex? Let's see if I can find out. English, Pathologic 3, day 12. Aglaia, Block. Spitty, Grief. Changeling. Haruspex. Haruspex has dialogue for Haruspex Final and Haruspex Polyhedron. And that's all that's listed under Haruspex. And usually for people like such as Katarina, it would also list Katarina Final and Katarina Shadow Final. And Haruspex does not have that. Yeah, everybody who can die does have shadows except for Haruspex, it seems. I think that's technically because I think there's a huge contradiction going on here. Because I think technically Mark won't let you reach day 12 if Haruspex is dead, because then if Haruspex is dead, then Aglaia never gets her full investigation done. But because I already have Aglaia's invitation to the cathedral, where is it? Oh, I guess I don't, but technically I do. I have Aglaia's invitation to the cathedral. So she's already at the cathedral. So the game thinks that Haruspex should be alive. So no, that doesn't make sense, because then if Haruspex is supposed to guaranteed be alive, then the kids, there's no reason for Murky and Sticky to have death states, but they do. I don't know. I don't know the reason for there not being a Haruspex shadow, but it seems like he doesn't have one. Because it's not listed in all the dialogue. Oh wait, there is. Except it's listed under Tragedian and not Haruspex. Shadow Haruspex Final. Where the hell do you find this? Go away, why are you here? He could have lived, could have helped the town and his people. Dead he helps no one. No actor can replace him. This is no play. Is he at the theater then? Is there any hints as to where I find him? He died because of me. Or is this inside the polyhedron? Could it be referring to that? There's a Shadow Haruspex in there. That would be interesting if dialogue all the way in the polyhedron is affected by whether or not Haruspex is alive. Because he's the only person inside the polyhedron who can be dead. Because you get Aglaia, you get Seraphima, you get Platone. Oh, you get Khan too. But Khan doesn't have... Yeah, for some reason, Haruspex's dialogue is tied to some tragedian located somewhere. Just a nameless tragedian. His shadow does exist somewhere. I have no clue where it is. Would he be at the cathedral? I don't know. Could he be at the theater? Maybe he's bugged and he's supposed to be a chicken? Well, I would assume he would have been outside. Yeah, you can't go in there. Oh, I guess it's good that we're on day 12. Because I could use some amalgam. I want to read
You've
your
changed,
dialogue real
haven't
quick.
you? Or am I seeing things?
My path.
I've been to the...
Hubris. Optics, vision. Their answer is in mirrors. This is it.
I don't think I can look at my... No, I can't. I can't open my thoughts from here. Just take me back to day 12, and then we'll think about who to kill next. I am interested in seeing the other Eva Fate, but I think we'll leave that for next stream. I don't think we're gonna find Haruspex's shadow. Let me see what other characters I need to review. Yeah, I mean, Heron was the one I was most interested in, and he doesn't really die. And he doesn't seem to suffer all that much besides... a bit, I guess. Murky and Sticky can indeed die. The next two people I'm interested in are Notkin and Khan. They will kill each other, apparently. But I believe... What day did Khan go in the cage? Also, we could try to investigate Oyin. Died on an unknown day because Barah was killed? What? Wait, let's go see his shadow. Because Barah was killed? But I thought there's also a timeline where he's killed on day 2. Where Oyin is killed on day 2 by Haruspex. Wasn't that locked? So then how do I see his shadow? Or am I thinking of a different day? I think I was thinking of a different day. Ah, I think we found Haruspex. We worked hand in hand until the end. He's here, in his father's study. but I can't speak with him.
Why so jittery, Dankovsky?
So, how the hell does Oyen die? When does Oyen die? I think there are multiple ways for Oyen to die. I think he can be killed on day 2. But also, he ends up... Even if Haruspex is alive... Even if Haruspex is alive... He can be... Day 9. On day 9, he's at the lump. Because I remember running into him trying to get the archives. On day 8, return to town to accept his fate. But why does he die if Artemy is dead? All it says is Oyen deserved it. Does he take his own life? Out of the guilt? Because, I mean, his life is supposed to be taken by Haruspex, which is, I assume, what happened. My brain is such a puddle. Yes, it's a puddle. It's a melting puddle, and I'm losing track of thought constantly. Okay, forget Oyen. Mark. Forget Oyen. Oh wait, but okay, I have a thought now. Let me check his dialogue that he might get for Oyen. Let me skim through day 8. He's in town. Let me start by day 8 and then I'll go to day 12 looking for the Oyen dialogue. Yes, he is indeed. Yeah, I remember him being in Capella's bedroom. There's 27 cases of the word Oyen being said on day 8. But they're all in that one Capella scene. Okay, day 9. Oyen is not mentioned whatsoever on day 9. Day 10. Oyen is not mentioned on day 10. Day 11. So Oyen really does just disappear. He's not there on that day either. So yeah, we really don't know what happens to Oyen for sure, but we can infer based off of Pathologic 2 that Burak likely killed him, but died on an unknown day because Burak was killed is weird. I assume he would take his own life? Or maybe confess to the kin and the kin kill him? Either way, he does die. And that's fine. But I think we can kill him on day 2. Let's take a look at some more debugs. Because we're gonna go to day 2 anyway. Or day 3? Now, I think if you give Artemy all the information that you can possibly find about his father and Isidore and whatnot, then he kills Oyen, right? This is kind of... Let me actually... I think a better way to check this would be what I've been doing already. So we know Oyen already has dialogue for day 2, but I'm curious if he has any for day 3. Yeah, he's at Isidore's. Nope, not for me. What do you mean? What about day 3? Is Oyen mentioned at all? No. But could he be dead by day 3? Someone told me Oyen can die by day 2. Okay, let's just go and work on the Notkin Con stuff. And then we'll wrap up after that, because this is taking me way longer than I thought it was going to. I believe that's day 2 when we do Con in a Cage. Yeah. Okay, we can go to day 2. See, Foreman dying is connected to this on day 2. Oyen was alive when I found all the info? Okay. Why is this connected to here? If Oyen died on an unknown day some day past, day 8, when he returned to the town, and not by Haruspex's hand. That is a mystery right there. Okay, there we go. We reset the quest where Han gets caged, and I'm going to start the quest but refuse to do it. Oh, Haruspex was looking for him when he was hiding in Capella's house? But I don't remember the details. Do you really fix people? I suppose. I only fix humans. Doggies aren't my field. Doggie's different. He is in your field. He really is, mister. The doggy can speak. Stop messing with me. Okay, I can't refuse the quest at this point. That makes me want to check... Okay, so... if Haruspex does mention Oyen, maybe I should look for Haruspex dialogue on... day 8? Day 8? That's the day Oyen is... in the town. So, let me find Haruspex's segment... Or maybe it's like idle dialogue. Or someone just passively mentions it. It might not even be Haruspex. Says that. Wait, you don't even see Haruspex on this day at all. Oh, Sticky mentions the Haruspex. Yeah, Sticky... Okay, Haruspex doesn't show up, but Sticky shows up at the hospital. Sticky probably says something related to that then, right? Oh, Sticky still shows up to the hospital even if Haruspex is dead. That's interesting. Sticky just kind of says that Haruspex is out. He went off into the steppe. And then there's the burglar quest line with him. Okay, let's get back to this. I'll go to the warehouses and I'll refuse to help if I can. Or maybe this only happens if I ignore the quest.
Misophonia, Dankovsky.
There once was a man of great humor, who...
Yeah, let's just ignore it. Let's not pursue. Now, how long does it take for them to kill each other? I don't know when exactly. And I don't know what the trigger is. Maybe debug mind could be helpful here. Well, it's probably going to branch off from this. The children are one step from slaughter. This can't go on. I must demand Notkin release the enemy leader. Is this day 9? Khan is right. Did they really take that long to kill each other? Well, let's just see what happens on the following day. Maybe a war will break out. Ah. There was a shortcut I could have taken. I guess we're just gonna have to go one day at a time until they're both dead. Or, I have a better idea. Let's skip straight to day 12. I'll go find Notkin's shadow, and then it might tell me what day he died on. Khan's shadow might be a little harder to find. But, Notkin was at... the lump. Where's Notkin? Yeah, nothing happens with him. Nothing that I know of. Oh, okay, we have a fate in the warehouses. Surely that's Notkin's shadow. Holy shit. Oh my god. Is it just by day 12 all of their gangs have killed each other, including Khan and Notkin? They were best friends. They really were. Both are to blame, but Khan carries more resentment toward himself. Notkin shot Khan in the back? Do friends do that? Even here in the mirrors, Khan keeps thinking about the same thing. How to fix everything. Can it all be fixed? Uncle Simon used to say that everything in this world is reversible, even death. In the mirrors, is that how he sees the afterlife? Like a room full of mirrors? Yes, it's like the polyhedron. Only now he's trapped inside it. He's seen you in this room. You pass through it often, from one day to the next. And he shouts at you, waves his arms, and you don't hear him. As if he doesn't exist. He says you can pull him out, bring him back. Okay, Khan. Death crippled him, you know. Death isn't the terrible thing. Not even dying of the plaguey. What's frightening is something else. Dying a coward, a scoundrel. Notkin shot Khan in the back. He regrets it even over there, beyond death. When did this happen? Like with a literal gun? Or figuratively, Notkin betrayed Khan. It seems the coward and scoundrel in their story is me. I could have saved them both and I didn't. But why? Why did he raise the pistol? Why did he fire? Out of despair, out of hurt. He couldn't accept that he would die soon and Khan would live. He was weak and he gave into weakness. And now the memory of poisons his soul and after death. When? On day 10, stabbed Khan in the back and died of sandpast. On day 10, was stabbed in the back, fleeing the battlefield. Oh my god, let's go see it. The battlefield? There was a war? An entire war? Okay, is there anything gang related that already happened? I confiscated the firecrackers. I guess I could reset that, but that was kind of an isolated thing. Let's just hope that I can find them somewhere. Where was the battle? Right, what happens on day 10? I do have points of interest left unexplored, and I do seem to have something at the warehouses. I left Khan in the cage in my current playthrough. I did as well, but supposedly if you ignore their entire questline from the beginning, then this happens. Oh wait, I want shards. Whoa, hello. Hey, I hope I'm saying this right. Kling? I'm gonna go with Klingle Mister. Hey, Klingle Mister. Thank you for joining as a member. I really appreciate that. You will now have access to members-only videos. The Pathologic 3 playthrough. You also have exclusive emotes, both here and in the Discord. If you want to connect your YouTube account to Discord, it should offer you a free roll with free emotes. Again, thank you for joining as a member. I appreciate it. And it is the thing where Khan is just MIA unless there's a quest that asks them. Day 11, Notkin is chilling and Khan is missing. Oh, that's kind of a You'll find out why he's missing on day 12. Okay, I believe this is unrelated. Well, I'm here. Let's try, whoa. You're part of a decree. You guys are all already dead. What happened? This could have been avoided? Who are you? Kids like him dissect frogs out of curiosity or cruelty. Do I need to go a day before? Perhaps I should eat a bunch of glass shards. We're gonna have to hack this in. I believe it's item underscore add. Add item underscore? Or it could be caps. There we go. Now, which is... what are they called? They're like shards. S? Stained glass shards. Still, that should be S. Is that the pile of dead kids? Yes. A different one from the day 12 pile. So there's clearly a scene. There's some dead kids. Not a lot. And I assume Notkin is already dead by the fact that there's a tragedy in here. I'm trying to figure this out. It's called a stained glass shard, but it's clearly not referred to the same way in the item menu. Should I just go trade for some? That might be easier. Nara, needle, novocaine, nutshell, powder, revolver, ring. Wait, what the hell was sample from Foreman's body? Okay, that was never implemented. If you misload a map, you load in some of the assets that are otherwise invisible unless the trigger is checked. If we misload Notkins, we see them here. Huh. Well, I mean, there's some points of interest left unexplored. But Notkin is dead already. Isn't he? There's a whole war that happens. Let me claim my glass shard from here if I didn't already. Dang. I will trade for one using all of this stuff. Well, I know on this day there's the group of dog heads fighting in the maw. I could go take a look at that. There was also a bunch of kids being burned to the stake back there, which I could also take a look at. 5. Let's just get rid of that. Yes, you can take my ominous sample from the foreman's body. What did that mark? Oh. Oh. Right in front of the warehouses. That's the scene I missed. How did I miss that?
Damn them.
Let's enter through that way. Is there really something else going on here? Oh. Oh! Hi. A kind boy, stabbed in the back, was running away. Someone else will tell them. The kind heir has fallen, struck by a treacherous blow. You don't see that every day. His rival dwells in the warehouses. I'll ask him. Do you want to explain? I think this is bugged. This could have been avoided. What was intended here? Looks like gravity is defeating Khan. This is so bugged. I can try reloading the day. Now that I have the quest. What's root of all evil? Oh, Karbinsky. And this is tied to this. The children's gangs have engulfed in anarchy. Evacuating the polyhedron is impossible. Oh, really? He's still broken. Let's try a day previous to see if there's anything we can do. It doesn't say there's any scenes left unexplored. Seeing as Khan isn't in jail, he should be at the polyhedron. I remember him sitting atop the stairs.
Vibrant. Everything's so vibrant.
So, I mean, the quest that would happen that I tried, that's bugged, will presumably tell me what happened between them. But it doesn't seem to be working, which is really unfortunate. Anything different at Nodkin's warehouse? I guess I'll try restarting the game. I don't know what else I can do. Where's Notkin? not even here. Well, like, I don't know what happens to Notkin. Why does he die of sand pest by day 10? What results in him catching the sand pest? And does Notkin not do anything else? I'm gonna do a restart. And, I'm also gonna get rid of the no fog mod while I restart. Because I didn't mean to have that in. Mod loader. And then we're gonna go back to day 10 and hope that I can actually see this quest play out. Ah, it is not showing to you guys. There we go. Okay, back to day 10.
Boiling, cracking, screeching, living.
I assume it's still gonna be bugged, but it was worth a shot. I mean, I'm supposed to go into this warehouse, right? Not Grief's. He would be dead by now anyway. Where else would Khan escape from if not the enemy's lair? This sucks. How do I see the scene then? I mean, I guess I know how they died, but I want details. I guess I have the information I need, but not the information I want. Well, I guess I'll have to look at the dialogue for day 10 between Khan's shadow. I mean, not Khan's shadow. Khan? Unrelated. He has dialogue if he's in the cage today, but not if he's dead. Notkin. What? So, Doctor, are you ready to certify before a witness the state of the house? Oh, that's unrelated. Okay, Notkin murder. Who's there? I can't see. Is that you, Bear? What's going on here? Nothing now. It all already happened. Who could have predicted the war would end like this, so idiotically? But maybe that's the way every war ends. Both sides broken. Now I've learned. And what did it buy me? Even Jester, my cat, left. All our soul beasts have fled. Disappointed in us. Probably, of course. Bachelor could say, what are you talking about? I've been here 10 days and seen no war. You're an adult. Don't notice children's wars. They're far from you. They're far for you. They're far away for you. On the other side of your adult life. But we, the soul and a halves and dogheads, have been grinding each other down for a week. At first it wasn't serious. And then real blood ran. Real. That's when the soul beasts left. Whoever among the dogheads survived crawled deeper into the tower. And we, well, you can see for yourself. What are you even fighting over? Over stupid things, over stubbornness. What else are wars made of? We've been at each other's throats for ages. Since I walked out of the tower and others came with me. Khan, he never forgave me. The ones who stayed in the tower called us traitors. We just wanted them to wake up. They live as if sleep, sealed in their glass tower. Real life means nothing to them. They live as if asleep, sealed in their glass tower. Real life means nothing to them. 10 days back, we caught one of their pups. He tried to swipe our lanterns. We caged him and he died. Oh. His friends came for payback. That's all it took for war. You talk like you're a bear. I mean, Barah. He also thinks the polyhedron is a delusion. That's why Bear is the smartest among adults. He's never even been in the tower. Never saw how it messes with your head. Yet he still understands. And then this is kind of branching dialogue that we could have possibly chosen. Ashra says, and yet it's the plague that's killing you specifically, not this kid's war. You're wrong. This is from the war too. Both us and them were searching for new hideouts in the town. Places for ambushes and stashes. Climbing through abandoned houses. Someone caught the disease. Can't even tell if it was one of us or one of them. We all gave it to each other anyway. Khan got lucky. He didn't catch it. I shot him in the back like a coward. Like the lowest coward. Why? How do I explain it? I'm disgusted with myself. The war stirred up the worst in all of us. Like when a brook is clear. Then you toss in a stone and all the silt rises from the bottom. That's what happened with us. We met to negotiate, and I could see the plague in me and none in him. The day before I'd taken a revolver from a dead bandit, and then my hand moved. You murdered a person for nothing? Do you even understand that? We all die for nothing. I'll die tonight, for nothing. Call it envy. I thought, why should my soul and a halves who survived be left without a chieftain? What makes his pups better? If I'm dying, then let it be both of us, and now I regret it. The way he looked at me as he bled out, I'd say I'd remember it to my grave, but you know. It's atrocious. There must be a way to undo it. Not only Khan's death, your entire pointless child war. What began it? Recall your pretext. I'm begging you, recall it. Are you sick yourself, Doctor? How will you fix what's already happened? And I don't need to recall anything. I remember like it now. We caught one of the dogheads, and he went and died. I even sent for you then, when I saw he was getting worse on the second day after you arrived. And I didn't come. Well, that's how Notkin caught the sand pest. The war escalated, and he was searching for... So I guess he shouldn't be dead yet. I think he'll be dead tomorrow by Sandpest, but I think he's supposed to be alive right here, right now. But since the war escalated, they needed to search for hideouts and stash places. And someone caught the Sandpest. One of the kids. Could have been, whatever, whoever. But eventually it did reach Notkin. And they came here to negotiate today. And Notkin thought it wasn't fair. He didn't want Khan to win. And so he played dirty. And he shot him with a revolver. Well, that was interesting. I believe I have at least enough to continue writing a good chunk of the video. Is there anybody else who largely confuses me? No, I feel like everybody else's fates I've seen. Yeah, I think I have all the information I need to finish writing my video. Either way, next stream will probably be on Tuesday, and we're gonna get right back at this if I need more information. I'll know by then if I need more information on stuff that happened. Eva, we have to deal with Eva still. We have to deal with Eva still. That can wait. Eva's a big question mark. I'll address her last for the video. Anyway, we're gonna end things here. Thank you all for watching. We've been live for 2 hours and 40 minutes, and I think 2 hours of today has been trying to figure out how to get the correct state to trigger request. Anyway, that's it for today, guys. Thank you all for being here and watching and hanging out. Goodbye.